I want you to listen to this, or if you're watching the podcast on YouTube, you got to see this. I know you probably saw it before, but here we go again with Mr. Donald Trump with this court case that he has going on. You know, the case that they're keeping him hostage, where he would love to be visiting the beautiful cities of South Carolina and Idaho and Ohio, all his cult states, the beautiful states, I should have said. He never talks about any other state other than the ones that are going to vote for him, and that's all he cares about. But he said instead of doing that, he is being held hostage by this court case. They're not letting him go. This video is great because it shows the memory this guy has and how long his attention span is. Yeah, watch this.
Forced because they don't want him to go to Iowa. It's so unfair, he says. Take a look and see.
You can't campaign.
See if you can find the inconsistency.
They want to keep me here instead of Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and lots of other great places. They want me to be here.
Will you be back tomorrow by any chance?
Probably not. We're having a very big tournament, professional golf tournament at Doral, so probably not.
So Willie,
perfection. Love it.
They're keeping me. They're keeping me from the good people of Iowa.
4 minutes.
They're keeping me from the good people of New Hampshire.
Information.
They're keeping me from the good people of South Carolina. I mean, he almost did a Howard Dean rundown of the states that they were keeping him from. It's so the injustice of it all. How could they be? And then the reporters ask him a couple of minutes later, "So you're going to be here tomorrow too, since they're holding you here?" "Oh, no, I got a golf tournament in Doral. I'm going down to the country club."
Yes, I love it. This guy, boy. So he's being held hostage. He can't be let go. He has to be there. The judge is basically tying him down to that courtroom. They're not letting him go. He's in shackles. He's in a cage. He's doing it all for us. But yet he's got to go to a golf game, and he's not going to be there the next day. The reporter asks him, "So are you coming in tomorrow?" "No, got to go to a golf game. Sorry, there's a tournament going on, and even if I was in prison, I'd somehow break out to go to golf." This just shows I wish people would understand. Some of us, I got to say, and he said this before, he loves the poorly educated, and the reason why he does is because he can do and say things like this and they believe him. "I'm in shackles." Yep, Mr. President, you are in shackles. We want to do something. Where can we send you money? "I'm being held hostage here." "Oh my God, Mr. President, you poor thing. Where do we send some money for you?" "They won't let me go. I'm fighting for you." "Thank God, Mr. President, we love you." It's so outrageous, and these people suck it up and believe it. This man does not have to be there for one thing. He's there because he's there to protect his money. If it was anything else, and there's been other court cases that have nothing to do with the almighty dollar, and he was never there. He just sends his lawyers, "Go take care of it. I've got other things. I got to make money." But boy, now it's affecting his wallet, and he's there in shackles, needing to make an appearance and having to stay there. Except for golf games. We got to understand that. The shackles come off when it comes to the golf tournaments. Yes! Mr. President, we love you. I wish people would stop sending him money. And I think just this alone, people are going to say, "I'm going to send him more." You snowflake. My God. If you want to send your hard work, your hard-earned dollars, your money that you've earned, that you went out and worked for, just imagine what you can do with that money for your family, for yourself, for your home. Buy another car. Put it in savings and earn some interest. Send your children to college. My God, do you really need to send this greedy, corrupt, criminal? And I can't even call him a businessman because he's not even good at that. But every time like something like this happens, he has his hand out. It's so frustrating that people actually send him money every time. And he uses this as some kind of money-making machine. That's why he's there with that video on him. I bet you anything, if video was not allowed in that courtroom, he would not be there. I promise that would be the case. But you know why he's there? Not only to protect his money, but he's there simply because that camera's on him. And then right after he's done, he goes out and then you start getting text. His cult followers start getting text. Look at, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for the common man. I'm doing this for Americans. Send me money. Oh, yes. Who do I write it out to, Mr. Donald Trump? What can I give you? I don't have much. This check might even bounce, but I'm still going to send you some money. If that would stop, a lot of things would stop in his universe, but it doesn't stop. People just continually give their hard-earned dollars to that corrupt convict. And that's one of the imagine if you give $25, what it could do for a child with cancer, what it could do for the hungry, what it could do for a neighbor of yours that may be down and need some help. But you're writing a check to a man that has millions of dollars and he continually wants to take money from you. But if that's your prerogative, go ahead and keep doing it, because deep down, when he's alone and he's looking at this money coming in, he's just saying, suckers, thanks a lot, love ya. That's what he's doing. Guaranteed. Everything is going to him. This is for my legal bills. Yeah, flying around on his jet, living in Mar-a-Lago, the place that's falling apart that he says that's worth $1 billion. You know, living the high life, but he needs money from you. It reminds me of these mega churches, same thing, same philosophy. You writing checks to these organizations that should be taxed, saying that they're working for the Lord. My God, they're working for their pockets. You know, you have it's just, I can go on because it's just frustrating how people choose to give their money to these crooks. And the same thing goes with these politicians. The new way to earn money is be as outrageous as possible. Guess who's the number one fundraiser in the political party? Marjorie Taylor Greene. I wonder why. She knows how to do it, and people are following her. AOC is the same way. She hasn't passed anything on the Democratic side. She does nothing. But she makes some outrageous statements, and then all of a sudden you're getting a text from her. I need money. Look what I did for you. Look what I'm doing for you. I'm fighting against evil against the other side. Same thing with the right going to the left and the left going to the right. They're always fighting evil on the other side. It's a clown show. And then now the secret is whoever can get more FaceTime on the news, whoever can be more outrageous, raises the most money. Because if you're doing something and saying something so outrageous, and then immediately you're sending out emails, you're sending out text, look what I did, look how I fought off the man, look how I fought off the other side, send me money. Holy macro, it's outrageous. And people do. And you know what? Who are the ones that do send out? Everyday Americans, you know, the ones that are working hard, the ones that are getting through life, raising their kids, just going to the ball games on the weekends, the ones that are not focused on this psychotic circus, they are not the ones that give the money. The ones that are living at home and spend the majority of their lives just boiling at the other side of the House or the Senate, the ones that just get frustrated, the ones that are absorbing these radical slanted news media programs, they're the ones sitting there ready to write a check. They're watching this radical right Fox and MSNBC and They see these radical politicians getting on and saying, look what they did and look what I'm doing for you. And then as soon as they get off with these interviews, look what I said on Fox News. Look what I said on MSNBC. Send me money. I mean, look at Matt Gaetz. Gaetz and the crazy eights. That's one good thing McCarthy said. The only good thing, I think. Gaetz and the crazy eights. Matt Gaetz, as he's in the process of kicking out his own speaker, while this process is going on, people are getting texts from the Gaetz organization. While this whole process is happening on the floor, even one of the congressmen, his own party, as he's speaking up to save McCarthy, his phone goes off. He goes, look what I just got. Oh my God. It's from the Matt Gaetz campaign. It says, give me money. Look what I did for you. That's how it works. It's nothing. It's getting worse. It's getting more radical. People are acting like idiots now because they have learned the more outrageous you can be, the more radical you can be. It's those radicals that are sitting in front of that camera or the TV. They're watching things on YouTube and on Twitter. They're the ones ready and willing to write that check. And they don't have a lot of money, but they're so involved in this. They're so absorbed in this garbage, the slanted media, that they get so fired up and it's like, what can I do? I need to do something. I'll write a check. Marjorie, she's doing a great job for me. AOC, she's radical. These are the people. So you always wonder why. Why do these people pander and cater towards this radical base? You know, these people that if you don't go their way, they're going to be calling you up and threatening your life. You know, like those 25 congressmen from the right who did the right thing. Those radicals that called and one of them said he's going to molest that congressman's wife if he doesn't shape it up, become a patriot. Those are the people that write the checks for these politicians and Donald Trump. So they have to cater to this group of psychotic, frenzied, radical people, both sides. And what's even more disgusting as these slanted media companies, the cable companies, the cable media, and I can go on and on about the broadcasters on the internet because they're over the top. But the slanted media, these people are watching it from morning, noon, and night, and they sit there and they absorb it and they get fired up and they cling to a politician or like a Trump, and everything they see that's either against them or for them, they're going to support them with a check. Stop it. If you stop it, you stop that funding, things will shapen up. The radicals will start becoming a little bit more productive. Things will get done. But until we cater to the check writers, it's going to keep going. And it's getting worse. People bringing lassos into the courtroom, wearing a giant A, whatever they can do to get attention, to send out text and saying, look what I did today. Wasn't that outrageous? Check, please.